the tornado, at least by the looks of it, does not appear super strong, but there's at least a tornado on the ground that's going to be picking up debris. So if you are in Baltimore right now, you got to try to get underground if you can, get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. And this is heading in the direction of Baltimore right now, where there is going to be a tornado that is currently in progress, heading towards the south side of Baltimore, eventually towards the Dundalk area. It's on track to hit the M&T Bank Stadium in southern Baltimore. M&T Bank Stadium. I think that's the football stadium for the NFL that's there. Oriole Park is also in the track of this. I don't know if they're playing baseball there tonight, but there is at least some sort of tornado that's on the ground right now over Lakeland, and again on the southwest side of Baltimore. It's right now near the Carroll Park Golf Course, and it's going to be making its approach here over the next few minutes towards areas like Pigtown, M&T Bank Stadium, and Oriole Park as well, which again that's the baseball stadium there in Baltimore. That is not what we want to see. I don't know if they're playing a game there tonight. Does anybody know? That right there is your tornado right now. It's right over Morrill Park. Yeah, this is on the ground. You gotta seek shelter if you're in this morning. In Baltimore. Game's in Toronto? Okay, okay. So there's no game happening there, which is at least good news. Otherwise, that could be a little bit bad, too.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They have issued a new tornado warning for those near Edgewood as well, out in front of the storm. This does not appear pretty at all. This is a possibly... That debris signature is definitely not small. We got a tornado on the ground, and it's picking up some significant debris right now near Interstate 295 on the south side of Baltimore, right along Interstate 95. So, unfortunately, this is not a small little tornado at this point. It at least appears as if there's at least some more significant debris that is being lifted up into the atmosphere on the south side of Baltimore. So, again, if you are in Baltimore, you got to get into your safe places. We do have a tornado currently in progress. It's traveling right along Interstate 95 as we speak. I'm keeping a close eye on any live cams to see if we have any view of this particular tornado. But right now, if you're in Baltimore, Dundalk, you got to get into your safe place. That right there is a debris signature that we're looking at on radar here. This is a bit of an uptick from the last signature that we had on radar. As of right now, this is still observed. It's not PDS or anything like that, but that right there is a debris signature. We go back to the terminal radar site as well. This would be your tornado, and presumably right now it would be over Lakeland. At this exact time, it's crossing over Interstate 95 on the south side of Baltimore, and it will be approaching areas like Locust Point and eventually the Federal Hill. So in those particular areas on the south side of Baltimore is where that tornado would be going towards. This would be your tornado, though. Let's see what this radar scan shows. All right, so that's what we're looking at there. Let me go back to here. Again, that's a debris signature on the north side of Baltimore Highlands and also on the south side of Baltimore, Maryland. We do have a tornado in progress. Again, please seek shelter if you're in this warning. Away from windows, lowest floor possible. Interior room of your home or building. I'm watching another live cam right now on the south side of Baltimore, so I'll see if I can see anything. Actually, I can probably change it on here. Let me change this real quick. One on the south side of Baltimore. We're going to pull up here. There you go. All right, that's the live view, bottom right of your screen. It's another live shot here. All right, so again, this tornado right now on the south side of Baltimore on the latest scan. So this is now going over near Federal Hill, Locust Point, South Baltimore, all currently in the particular track of this tornado, and it's right now along Interstate 95. Dundalk, Essex will be in the track of this, and again, that tornado is over the north side of Baltimore Highlands. As long as it is still on the ground, which we do think it is on the ground, it's going to be on the south side of Baltimore. So again, if you're in Baltimore, get underground if you're just tuning in. If you know any friends or family in Baltimore, give them a call or text. Please make sure that they're getting to their safe place and away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Unfortunately, this is, again, a very busy area. There's a lot of people on the roadways right now, and that tornado is probably over Interstate 95 right now. MDOT camera has power flashes. Are you talking about the one I'm looking at right now? Oh, yeah, there's power flashes. Yeah, I'm seeing them. Right side of your screen. There's multiple power flashes. There's a ton. Or is that just something flashing? There's something on the right side. This is looking a bit more to the south west, so we'd be kind of looking at the very top right of your screen. I think there's power flashes, though, out this direction, because this is right on I-95. So, presumably the tornado's back in there somewhere. I'm not seeing anything clear, though. That looked like just like flashing. This camera's still shaking like crazy. This is also an I-95. This is where the tornado would be near as well. I-95 north. Yeah, I don't think those are power flashes. I apologize. Those were not power flashes. I don't know what that was. There's something flashing. But the tornado's in this area here. There is probably a camera that's showing something. I just don't see it. Let's go back to live radar again. If you're just tuning in, we still have a tornado that is on the ground, and if it is still on the ground, it'd be on the South Baltimore area near Federal Hill. Locust Point's gonna be hit by this. There is a little bit of a river here, so just keep that in mind. You know, obviously this is possibly just transitioned from like actually on the ground to maybe a water spout, and now back on the ground over land here on the south side of Baltimore. It's gonna be approaching Greektown, Brewers Hill, Bayview, Fastwood, Defense Heights, Rosedale, Essex, all on the track right now of this particular tornado. Again, this is our only confirmed tornado right now that we have. So if you're in the south side of Baltimore, or anywhere in Baltimore in general in this pink polygon, you need to make sure that you are getting to your safe place now, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Interior room of your home or building. We still have a very clear debris signature on this storm, so there's definitely debris in the atmosphere at the bare minimum, and there's obviously a tornado right now on the south side of Baltimore. If you guys do see any reports on Twitter, you can at me at MaxVelocityWX. Trying to see if we got anything here. Let me check. Wow, I mean, this is the most recent radar scan. And there is still a clear signature on radar. Radar will update again in a second. Let me wait for that update. And there's still a clear as day tornado on the ground here, right there. So that's on the south side of Baltimore. So again, if you're in Baltimore right now, we still got a tornado in progress. At least a lot of debris in the atmosphere, but that's a tornado right now on the south side of Baltimore. Let me go back to the terminal site again. So this right here, this would be your tornado, just for record. That's it right there. Again, that tornado has just hit the south side, or South Baltimore area near Riverside, and it's gonna be going right over Locust Point, and it's also gonna be heading towards Brewers Hill and Greektown. So that's where that tornado is. It's gonna be that little green area here on the reflectivity. That is your tornado. It's where the hook is. It's on the southern. It's basically in the hook echo. That's where we'd be looking. So that's your tornado right there, right now. So the latest scan just shows it here as well. Near Federal Hill and in South Baltimore is where this tornado is still currently on the ground. Is there a power flash now? Let me go back to the camera. Here we go. Let's go back full cam to this. There's some random flashing happening on screen. I don't think these are power flashes, though. You know, there's a lot of people being hit by this tornado, though. A ton of people. Such a densely populated area. Don't see anything right now. But again, this tornado right now is on the north side now of Interstate 95. Just south of Baltimore. There are power flashes. Let me see. I keep getting mentioned and stuff on Twitter. Oh, yeah, here you go. These are the power flashes. Power flashes, left side of your screen, that's your tornado right there. In south side of Baltimore. See them right there on the left side of your screen. This was moments ago. Clear as day power flashes. This is still on the ground right now in Baltimore. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just a damaging tornado, obviously, right now going through Baltimore. And that tornado, as we speak, would be going right into Greektown, Bayview, Eastwood, many other communities that are on the east side of Baltimore. So if you are in the east side of Baltimore, you got to seek shelter. We still got a pretty hefty debris signature right now moving in that direction. So definitely some debris in the atmosphere. Obviously, it's a very densely populated area, so naturally there is going to be some sort of debris signature with how much stuff is in this area. We have a lot of homes and buildings. We don't know the intensity of the tornado, obviously. That's something we really cannot determine on radar unless we got like a massive debris signature. To me, this looks just like a lot of debris, but nothing clear as day as like a extremely large or very strong tornado or anything like that. But with that said, you want to seek shelter because flying debris is going to be very dangerous here. And as this goes towards Essex, Rosedale, and Rossville, all those areas are going to be in the track of this tornado that once again is producing some significant damage. Now, the most recent update here is that this is back down to radar indicated. I would still be in your safe place though. I still think, at least from what we're seeing on the CC radar, that there's at least some sort of debris fallout at the bare minimum. So there's at least still some debris in the atmosphere, and that could be in the air for the next 5, 10, 15 minutes. Now, with that said, even if it's not on the ground, it's still going to have that potential in addition to the threat for some damaging winds, and it's still in a very populated area. So, again, this tornado, for the record, began back near Arbustus, whatever it is, and it eventually moved towards Interstate 95. This right here would be your tornado over the last few scans. So it went through Mount Winans and Westport, and then eventually went into the south side of Baltimore. And this is possibly, if there's still a tornado, that would be where it is. It's going to be now just on the east side of Baltimore. Again, nothing clear in terms of a tornado. Again, a lot of what you're seeing here is probably debris fallout. But regardless of that, you still want to be in your safe place. This is at least, I think, the 4th time we've seen a tornado on the ground. And now we have another tornado on the ground on the other storm east of this.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground.
This is as of about 3 minutes ago, but this is a confirmed tornado near Bowley's quarters near Middle River. So we have another confirmed tornado on the ground here. This one is going to be located just off to the south of Edgewood. So this is yet again another tornado that's on the ground right now on the south side of Edgewood. If you are in this warning, you need to also seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Get into an interior room of your home or building. That's going to be east of Baltimore. That's going to be probably going into the river here, but it is at least on the ground as of right now.